Often cooked as a stew, ratatouille showcases the best of summer produce. I'll show you how to make this dish as beautiful as it is delicious. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Let's Celebrate TV. I'm your host, Peter Lee. Today, our celebration is all about summer vegetables. We're going to make ratatouille. Now, traditionally, ratatouille, we're not talking about the Pixar cartoon. Traditionally, it's a stew. It's a chunky stew made with zucchini and squashes and tomatoes and herbs, and it's this wonderful, simple dish. But today we're going to make a little fancier version of it. It's sometimes known as confit bialdi, which is thinly sliced and arranged vegetables. To start, we're going to start with the sauce. I have here big skillet, 12 inches, 30 centimeters. I'm going to put my heat on medium high, and I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of olive oil. To that, I'm going to add onion. I have one onion, kind of diced small, about a medium onion, right in our pot. Next up is bell peppers. I'm using red bell peppers today. I have 2 of them, again, diced about the same size as the onion. My favorite is next. Garlic. I have 4 whole cloves of garlic here. Just roughly mince them up. Next, we're going to add some herbs. I have here a tablespoon of herbes de Provence. Herbes de Provence, it's dried. There's rosemary and lavender and oregano and thyme and marjoram. It's wonderful and it's perfect for a dish like this. I'm adding that now because I want that herbs to pick up the oil and kind of toast. Give it a quick stir. Going to give this a little salt and pepper. Now we're going to let this saute until the onions and peppers are soft and everything is fragrant. It's going to be maybe 7, maybe 10 minutes. All right, my vegetables here are nice and softened. Smells wonderful. Now we're going to add some tomatoes. I have here a can of crushed tomatoes. This is 28 ounces or 794 grams, thereabout. One more ingredient, I'm going to add some red wine. This is 2 ounces or 30 mils of a dry red wine. This is going to counter the inherent sweetness of all these vegetables. Now, I'm using a Cabernet Sauvignon. Today, you could use a dry white wine if you prefer. All right, I'm just going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes or so and just let all those flavors come together. Then we're going to cut the heat and we're going to let it cool. My sauce is all done and now it's cooling down. It's almost there. While it was cooling, I went ahead and prepared all of my vegetables. Here we are. I have zucchini, yellow squash. I have Japanese eggplant and tomatoes. How did I get here? All I did was I used my mandolin. Now, if you've never used a mandolin, we'll leave a link to our basic skills episode on how to use a mandolin slicer. But I set it to about 1/8 of an inch thick, which is just a couple millimeters, and I carefully sliced them all. The tomatoes I did with a knife. They're a little tricky on the mandolin, so I got them as thinly as I could. You could, if you wanted, kind of shingle them and lay them flat, and it's okay. I have a little prettier way to do this. I'm going to start by alternating each one. So we'll take a yellow squash, a slice of tomato, a slice of eggplant, and a slice of zucchini. And we're going to set it up vertically right in the sauce, just like that. A yellow, a red, a white, and a green, just like that. And we're going to start from the outside of the pan, rimming the pan that way and working our way in. So let me keep going. First row is finished. Really only took me about 6 or 7 minutes. Goes pretty quickly. Now what you can do, this would be a great job for your kids or your spouse. Get your people involved. Have them make the stacks of vegetables and you place them in the sauce. It's great fun for the kids. I'm going to keep going and fill this in. Almost done. I did a second row. Now there's that center. You can do whatever you want. You can leave this as is. I'm going to try and make it a little nicer. We'll just do one more little stack here. We'll just put that right there. This took me less than 15 minutes to do this. What are we doing next? This is beautiful. I'm going to give it a little salt and pepper. Up high. I'm going to put this in a hot oven, 375 Fahrenheit or 190 Celsius, uncovered for an hour and a half to 2 hours. Now that seems like a long time and you're probably worried all those vegetables are going to burn. They're not. They're going to release all their liquid, and that's why it's going to take so long to bake. You want that liquid to cook off and all these flavors are going to concentrate. So now it's off to the oven. We are out of the oven. This roasted for an hour and 45 minutes. And then I took it out and it's just been resting for about 20 minutes to set up. Look at how glorious this is. Can you see that? The sauce has thickened up. All the vegetables are cooked, a little caramelized on top. And wow, the smell is wonderful. All this roasted, herbish, wonderful. Let's have a taste. I'm going to take a little stack right here, right onto my plate. Now, how would you finish this? You could put some cheese on this. You could put some fresh herbs, maybe a pesto. I'm going to use today some extra virgin olive oil. It's made by our friends Matt and Neil, who live in Italy, and they make this and bring it to this country in the summertime, and it's wonderful. Get yourself a really good olive oil if this is what you want to do. We're going to give a little drizzle. Look at that. Now let's dive in. The vegetables are soft, but they're holding their shape, they're holding their texture, and they're holding their identity. I can taste the squashes, the zucchini, the tomato sauce. Wow, such an intense tomato flavor. And all those herbs and garlic, then finish off with this olive oil. It's delicious. This will be even better tomorrow. You can eat this hot, room temperature, ice cold, and it freezes well too. I think I need to wash this down with a little wine. I'm having some Cabernet Sauvignon. The same Cabernet Sauvignon in here is in here, because if I'm not going to drink with it, I'm not going to cook with it. So cheers to that. If you like this episode, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell, and you'll get a new episode every single week. Now, I should serve this to my family, but I think I'm just going to sneak off to a corner and eat this by myself. While I do that, I want you to watch some of these episodes over here. So until next time, everyone, cheers.